Happy Cinco de Mayo! It is the 5th of May, Mexico's Independence Day. No, that's incorrect information. That is actually the 16th of September. Here in the States, sometimes we get a little carried away with the commercialization of holidays. Cinco de Mayo is a big drinking holiday here in America. Most people that celebrate it probably don't even know what it is, and that's okay. Is it? It's not okay, actually. The theme for me of Cinco de Mayo is a bit of a bastardization of culture and history, a little bit, and I thought, you know what else is a bastardization of someone else's culture? 7-layer dip. It was first published in the 80s in Family Circle magazine, and it's kind of loosely based on Tex-Mex. 7-layer dip is found at predominantly white gatherings of white people. It is, and that's the truth, because nobody else is out here eating this shit. And a community dip, by the way, a community dip, end it. End community dips. Boo, no. That's a qualm for a different day. Okay, so a 7-layer dip has 7 layers. It's a bit iffy on the layers. There's so many layers I have to reference my notebook. But it starts with like the base of refried beans from the can, straight up. Just plop them in there. There's typically guacamole, sour cream, cheese. Usually this is shredded cheddar cheese, diced tomatoes, green onions, and black olives. I mean, how is a sprinkle of black olives a layer? It is. I mean, I don't make the rules. Some people add shreddis to it, which is just a different level of abomination in my opinion. You know, you get the gist. It's kind of stereotypical Tex-Mex, kind of layered in a dish, usually clear so you can see the layers, and has a real wow factor about it, you know? So I kind of thought in celebration of Cinco de Mayo that we might make a 7-layer dip cocktail. Doesn't that sound really good and appetizing for you? I had a couple of ideas on how to execute this drink. I think I might try to make both of them today. It is a layered beverage, and it's frozen. So we're gonna start our first layer with refried bean paste. And that just straight up looks like refried beans, because it's basically what it is. Jazz, when we lived in Thailand, would always get a red bean paste and matcha frappe. Frappe, yeah. So we're going to draw inspiration from that, and we're gonna put some refried bean paste at the bottom of the drink. So how I made this, I started with soaking the red beans overnight and then cooking them. After cooking them and mashing them into a paste, I've added sugar, and I got like to the sweetness that I wanted. And then I took the paste and I, with a bit of fat in a pan, fried them like refried beans. It's basically like a sweetened refried bean paste. It's actually pretty good. It's pretty good. It's a little bit sweet, a little bit of umami. It's not like hugely savory, really, just like a bit of umami. No salt or anything like that. Even though it sounds weird, this is like pretty normal in other parts of the world. So, in the middle layer is the kind of guac situation. I have this mild cheddar cheese infused tequila. Whoa, you can see the fat from the cheese floating up. Yeah, it tastes just like kind of lightly salted tequila. I made a little tomato tincture. So this is fresh Roma tomatoes that I dehydrated in the oven for a bit. And this is just Everclear. Any other things? Oh yeah, I got a couple more things. I dehydrated some black olives. I don't know what it is about white people associating black olives with Tex-Mex. It's weird. I'm not associated. This isn't my kind of subset. I respect the culture enough to honor the black olive, and you know. What's this? I don't know. It's sweet and sour cream. Maybe you've heard of it. You haven't, because we made it up today. And maybe you're thinking like, ew, that's disgusting. There's no way that tastes good. It tastes very good, actually. And it's actually upsetting how good it tastes. Kind of exactly what you might imagine it is. It's 1 part simple syrup, 1 part lime juice, 1 part sour cream, like a lime version of an orange Julius. It's like it's very tasty. I'm excited to use it in other things, maybe a little wacky daiquiri. How we're going to be using it in this particular drink is I will be putting it in the ISI and using it as a topper, our final layer, if you will. What a weird thing. This is my first time putting refried beans in a cocktail, so please forgive me. This is also, I didn't ever say that this is the first time that Like, we've never made this drink before. This is completely experimental, as with most drinks that we make. So I have my base layer of my refried bean paste. Pretty weird. I think I'm just gonna try to do like a marg build with a frozen marg sort of situation. I don't want it to be too sweet. I'm gonna do 1/2 ounce of agave, 3/4 of super lime juice, 1/4 ounce of the tomato tincture. I tasted it off camera. It tastes a lot like sun-dried tomatoes. This is a 1/4 ounce. I'm gonna do 1.5 ounces of our tequila, cheese tequila. I have here some fresh avocado that I froze this morning. 101 grams of avocado.
Perfect.
Oh my god, these measurements are all over the frickin' place. Cups and grams and ounces. That's 105 grams of ice. Gotta move quickly here. I mean, that looks like guacamole, and I don't know if that's a good thing.
What's wrong with it?
Maybe I'll do another 1/2 ounce of agave and 1/2 ounce of lime.
Maybe a little salt.
Pinch of salt. Doing 1/2 ounce lime. I hate this thing. I hate this thing. Winging it on camera is maybe not always like the best idea. Palatable.
That's all we need.
Palatable, some might
That's
say.
all we need.
I mean, looking like a 7-layer dip. Huh?
Wow.
Huh? Like how many? Like 7 then? I don't know if I want to drink this. I've had worse things. And I would feel weird saying that this is good. But it's not bad. The bean dip is like texturally interesting. I weirdly can taste a lot of the tomato. That's kind of mostly the main flavor that's sort of lingering. I really didn't want to try this or drink it. I'm glad I did. Come taste it. It's weird.
This is like the weirdest.
This needs to go away.
This is like the weirdest drink I think I've ever tried. And that's saying something. There's something kind of just like really deeply off-putting about it, but it's like not bad. Huh. This is a mind fuck.
Yeah.
It's a drink that only a mother could love.
This was your idea. Here are my final thoughts on this drink, and we won't talk about it anymore. It's weird. It doesn't taste bad, but the experience isn't very enjoyable. Much like 7-layer dip. So in that way, I feel like we nailed the prompt. Everything about it is kind of revolting. Is that the word? Don't make this. The sweet and sour cream, though,
That's coming back.
that's the shit. That's my whole personality now. Let's try the other one. Let's see what happens. It should be faster. So that last version got a little weird on us. I'm gonna try something else. We're gonna go a different direction. I'm gonna go kind of more of a sour route. We're gonna rely more heavily on the sweet and sour cream for this one because it tastes good. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do 2 ounces of the sweet and sour cream. So we're gonna swap the refried bean paste for just aquafaba. I think I wanna do 3/4 of aquafaba. So this tomato tincture ended up being very powerful. I think I'm just gonna do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5 drops. 1.5 ounces of tequila. Cheese tequila. And this is just a simple syrup and mashed avocado. We don't know. I don't think it's, I was originally gonna do like an avocado sink, but I'm just gonna kind of put a little bit at the bottom here. Doing a little wet shake, dry shake action. Okay, just took some photos in the hot, hot sun. You know what sounds good? A sweet and sour cream margarita. Pretty good. Pretty tasty, actually. Stirring up that avocado into the drink might make it a little bit more balanced, but
You
try
can try
it.
it and then you can stir it.
Yeah.
It finishes really dry because there's like a lot of like lactic and malic. Solid.
It's layered. You see the foam,
It's
and then
definitely
there's like
layered.
foam and white and.
There's definitely, it's a 3-layered.
Well, the olives are 4.
Okay, I forgot olives count as a layer. I think this one's a lot more enjoyable for sure. I think sweet and sour cream needs to be a thing, and I also think that it could work really well in like a pina colada, because it's giving me like a. It's
A
giving me like a.
7-layer pina colada? No. Ditch the 7 layers.
Fuck 7-layer dip, dude. Okay, I want to try it like this.
Oh.
Is that it? That's good. I like that one.
I think there's something there with the avocado and the sweet and sour cream thing.
It knows what it is. The other one had too much happening. Tangy, creamy, unctuous, fatty.
I think
love
the
that.
olive salt would have been good, and I think that you were right. I should have blended up the olives.
This is good. This one's way better than the other one. My wacky idea was a little bit fucked up, actually. It's a little fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, that was the first time I'd ever made bean paste, too. So, this is cool, though.
This one's cool.
It can be done.
Let's call this one a success. See? And just like that, white and brown relations.
A cultural
A
exchange.
cultural exchange.
Cheers. Thanks for being here. What a weird fucking thing that we just did. And you sat through all of it, and you watched it. So what does that say about you? Anyway, happy Cinco de Mayo, or whatever day it is today when you're watching this. Yeah, I don't know. Thanks for being here. If you like weird and wacky stuff, you can subscribe to our channel. You can find us on all over the internet. We're everywhere. You cannot escape us and our weird shit that we're doing. So deal with it, live with it, be a part of it.